Would I be the a-hole if I asked my friend if her nephew is her son? Hi, good afternoon. My friend's name is Diane, and she has one biological sibling, a brother named Steve. Steve has a son named Alex, who is about 10 years old. My friend is always posting photos and going on travels with her nephew. He looks sort of like her, and she's jokingly called him her nephew's son. Sorry, this is kind of a weird sentence to read. And she's jokingly called him her nephew's son. She takes him out on weekends and seems to be involved in Alex's life. Recently, I saw that she took him to Japan, and she's mentioned taking him to Hawaii for his birthday. She takes him shopping and out to eat. I've even seen her post that she changed her flights just to take Alex trick-or-treating. There seems to be no signs of Alex's mother, so I'm wondering if she is actually Alex's mom since she's so involved. I've asked Diane about Alex's mother. She said it's private and she does not really talk about that. Would I be the a-hole for asking if she was actually his mother? Oh, Chad, I feel like I clickbait. Oh, Chad, I feel like I clickbait. This is what happens when I yap for an hour and 30 before I get to the Reddit stories. Oh, Chad, I feel like I clickbaited you because I kind of understand what OP is actually trying to ask here. Like, I actually don't think OP is trying to accuse Diane of incest. Like the top here, like the person who posted this in Am I the Devil is insinuating. I think even though OP is woefully unaware that that's the way that people could take it, I think people are accusing her of like having a baby and then giving the baby to her brother and then because that happens, I guess, mainly in like movies and TV shows where like someone has a baby early and they give it to someone and then they keep it a secret that they're the mother or whatever. Like we've heard of that scenario before. I think that's more of what OP's insinuating. What I will say is I think it would still be rude and uncalled for you to ask that. Like, why is that your business? Yeah, you guys are saying it in chat. Maybe she just really likes her family, bro. That's a plausible explanation. Why would it matter if that kid's her kid or not? Listen, all I'm going to say is if she doesn't feel comfortable telling you, you don't have a right to know. If you ask me something about my family and it's too personal and I'm not close to you like that, I'm going to tell you, hey, none of your business. That shit's private. I'll tell my girlfriend, I'll tell my best friend or something like that if I feel like that they need to know or that I can trust them with that information. But like, girl, you don't even sound like you that close to Diane. Why do you have the right to know this information? Is this Am I the Devil? Yes, it is, chicken sandwich. Maybe the mother isn't alive or the mother isn't able to take care of her son. Exactly. Like maybe OP just feels like she needs to take in. Maybe OP just feels like she wants to step in and be the motherly role because his mom died or something. Or maybe she ran out. Like, I don't think that you should make even if you make in your head the jump that like, oh, maybe she's the mother, like you shouldn't ask that, you know, because maybe she feels guilty about it, right? Like I do think it's the right move if you have a kid too young and like you have a sibling who's older, more established, who can take care of that kid and you don't want to get an abortion or something like that, giving the kid to that person is the more responsible thing to do. And you can't be the parent that's like, okay, now that I'm old enough to be a parent, I'm going to snake you from the person you've thought is your parent your entire life. And that's just a hypothetical. Like that could totally not be the case. You guys are saying it. It's overstepping. If I had that kind of money, you best believe I'd do that stuff for my nephew. Exactly. If I don't have kids of my own and my siblings have kids, oh my God, they're going to be so spoiled. They're going to go hang out with fun Uncle Ben, and then I'm going to drop them off and be like, hey, I wound them up for you. I was the cool one. Here's your little terrorist. Here's your cum souvenir. Good luck. Oh, man. Not all thoughts and questions should be shared aloud. Ace, that is unfortunately something that a lot of people haven't figured out. Throughout my 29 years of life, the fact that people have not discovered that their thoughts and questions that they think of sometimes don't need to come out of their mouth, the fact that some people haven't figured that out, it blows my mind. My brother's kids will be spoiled rotten as they should. As they should, y'all. Chicken sandwich. Chicken. I don't know if you were there, bro. I feel like I was like, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels weird being very transparent with you guys on like how much I made. And then you guys gifting me stuff. So seriously, now that you guys know I make plenty off of YouTube, plenty off of Spotify. Seriously, I want y'all to take this serious. Chicken Sandwich, thank you for the gifted memberships. Reiterating, they are not required, but by God, they appreciate it. All right, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're donating some charities. And then if you have a little money extra, a little money left over, then I will take your generosity. But other than that, I appreciate you guys just showing up to stream, hanging out, having a good time. W Chicken Sandwich. If you guys got a gifted membership from Chicken Sandwich, make sure to say thank you. All right, chat. Good manners and good manners only. All right? Chicken, you motherfucker. I just need to shut up. I can't say that shit to Chicken Sandwich because Chicken Sandwich will just like, oh yeah? How about that? More gifted. Chicken Sandwich, thank you for the 5 gifted subs on Twitch. Hold on, I'm going to call these people out. I don't even know how to say that. Zabsu, Terminal Velocity, Linlin, Night Veiled. Oh my God, so many confusing names today. Night Veiled Knight and Amy 02323. Y'all owe Chicken Sandwich some thank yous. Chicken Sandwich, thank you for supporting the stream. I appreciate it. If you guys got a gifted membership or a gifted sub from Chicken Sandwich, make sure to say thank you. All right, chat. I am once again reiterating, I do well for myself. You guys just saw it. Thank you for your generosity, guys. I genuinely do mean it, all right? I feel bad. I feel bad when y'all give me this shit. I do. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, though. Y'all are goated. Y'all are goated. Let's keep going. Why not, man? Let's keep it rocking, ripping, and rocking, chat. A little r/parenting. My wife and I are arguing about my son visiting his grandparents and my parents coming over. Oh, I guess it's not OP's grandparents. Okay. Hold on. My wife and I are arguing about our son visiting his grandparents and about my parents coming over. That's good. That's good. My wife and I have been having heated arguments over my son visiting his grandparents. They live 10 to 15 minutes away from us. My parents and my family live in London, while my wife's family lives in Birmingham, about a 3-hour drive. My eldest son, turning 4 this year, visits my parents once a week on a Sunday afternoon, in parentheses, sometimes Saturday, around 4 to 5 hours a week. Usually my wife stays at home and only visits every 2 weeks. My parents and son have a great relationship. Often my wife and I get into arguments as she often states that my son doesn't have to see my parents every week. She insists that if my parents ask to come, I should state that we are busy. Interesting. This comment often annoys me as I feel we barely visit them anyway, considering the short distance, in parentheses, in my opinion. Even on the weekend afternoon, we do nothing and stay at home. She sometimes insists that I can go whenever I want, but keep my son at home, and often mentions how she is the mother and gets to decide this. okay, y'all. I mean, first impressions, we haven't gotten through the whole post, but I don't like this. Listen, we haven't gotten any information that like the grandparents treat the grandson terribly or anything like that. But assuming that that's true and they don't do anything terrible, like I think it's great that your son is encouraged to have a great relationship with his grandparents. My parents want to see my eldest son weekly, and my wife makes it hard. Even though my parents want to see my eldest son weekly, my wife makes it hard. Also, my parents visit my home once every 5 to 6 weeks to see the kids, and when they want to, it's up to my wife, as she doesn't want to cater for them and often wants a few days' notice. Okay, but that's also fair. Also, why is it only your wife's job to cater to them? I get the few days' notice. That's fair. Don't show up unannounced to my house. I gotta plan that shit. I gotta mentally prepare for that shit. They usually would only come for tea anyway, or I would get a takeout, as my wife doesn't cater for them too often. I mean, I'd have to know more about their dynamic, but like, why is your wife the one who caters to them and not you? My wife has a good relationship with my parents, especially my mother. We also recently had a baby, in parentheses 5 weeks old now, and my parents have probably seen him 3 times in that period. Okay, but that's fair. That's a fucking baby, dude. I actually think 3 times in 5 weeks is a pretty good amount. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to read this next sentence because it doesn't really make sense grammatically. And recently, my wife and kids have been staying with our parents in Birmingham for just over a week. My parents want to see him too, but my parents want to see our baby too, but my wife doesn't want to visit my parents often, and she doesn't go anywhere without him. I want brutal honesty here. Am I in the wrong? Are my parents requesting too much? What is supposed to be normal? Visiting frequency between grandparents and kids. Okay. So it was posted in r/AmITheDevil. OP abandons postpartum wife every Sunday. Okay, I actually don't disagree with that. I also, chat, I'm really confused. Well, okay, I'm assuming OP only has 2 kids, right? Because only 2 kids have been mentioned. Hold on, when did this all start? Okay. All right. I've made my decision. There is an edit on this. I want to read that afterwards because that seems to be addressing what people are saying. I am leaning towards I need more information, with the caveat that I do think OP is somewhat of an unreliable narrator. I feel like reading that, I I feel like reading that, I had a lot of questions about things that could have been elaborated on more. I do think there is wiggle room for the wife having unreasonable issues with their children having a relationship with OP's parents. That being said, we have to remember that she's been pregnant for the last 9 months. So I think there's a lot of information on like, okay, was she not traveling to your parents? Was she only going to your parents every 2 weeks because she's pregnant and that exhausts her? I also think like, hey, if your wife's pregnant and she's the only one in charge of catering for your parents, I understand why she wouldn't want to do all that work, especially now that the baby's out and she's healing. Like, is that just on her? Like, that shouldn't just be on her. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand what people are saying up at the top here in terms of like OP abandons postpartum wife every Sunday. While this is somewhat true, I also want to say like just because the wife like has a baby that she needs to like take care of doesn't mean that they shouldn't keep nurturing their eldest son's relationship with the grandparents. What I will say is like there's no... Also, she's been postpartum for 5 weeks now. So like every Sunday is a stretch. It's been the Sundays for the last 5 weeks. I don't know. It honestly just feels like they haven't sorted out their dynamic well enough. Like OP expects one thing from his wife. The wife expects other things. They need to come together, talk about it, and figure out how they're going to figure out what kind of dynamic they're going to have in their family moving forward when it comes to their relationships with their grandparents. Because, like, I do think it sounds like maybe the wife is a little bit jealous that OP's parents have a much better relationship with their children, and she might be, along with the postpartum, I'm not trying to diminish that, but she might be resentful of the fact that her parents don't get to spend as much time with their children and build the same relationships that OP's parents get with their kids. But at the same time, OP sounds a little too like red-pilled. My wife has to do all this shit. I don't understand why she can't just suck it up and do her wifely duties. Like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think it really does come down to like, and the worst time to do this, by the way, is when you have a new baby in the mix and someone is healing and going through postpartum. But like, this should have been done before they even had the kid. Like, how are we going to operate in terms of dynamics when this kid comes out, when this kid grows up, as both of our kids get older? Like, how do we want to operate with their relationships with their grandparents? That was quite an accent, Sarby. I don't even remember what I said. Are her parents too far? I mean, they're 3 hours away. That's not nothing. Like, yo, I'm trying to think of my own relationships. I was closer with my dad's parents because they lived like 45 minutes away from me than my mom's parents because they lived 6 hours away in California growing up. Don't get me wrong, I'm still close with both of them, and we made efforts to like spend time together, but I kind of just assumed that my parents collaboratively decided how we would operate as a family when it came to grandparents so that we had as best of relationships with both of them that we could. And I feel like that's not happening here. Like, whether it's the wife, whether it's the husband, whether it's OP or it's the wife, there is something that isn't being communicated in terms of like how they want the dynamics between grandkids and grandparents to be in this family. Chicken sandwich. Just want to make sure you have all the information right. It's 3 hours, to the wife's parents, it is 10 to 15 minutes for OP's parents. So to me, that makes more sense that OP's like OP's parents get to see the grandkids more. Like they live close by. Why wouldn't you? Also, free childcare? Like, I don't know about y'all, but if I live next to my parents and I have kids, we're milking it for free childcare, bro. I want my kids to have a good relationship with their grandparents. That being said, there also needs to be an effort of like, hey, once a month or once every other month, we go out and we see the family 3 hours away. Maybe we stay for a weekend or something like that. Yeah, chicken sandwich, you're hitting the nail on the head of what I felt. There's something we're not being told. Something we're not being told, whether it's bad for the husband or bad for the wife, or something that isn't being communicated, which I think would be more in the wife's case. Chat, let me just really quickly read the edit here. Edit, I appreciate some comments pointing out Edit, I appreciate some comments pointing out postpartum, but my wife has always been like this after we had our eldest child. Okay, see, and that's how I felt too. Like, don't get me wrong, your wife might be going through postpartum right now, but a lot of what OP's talking about seems to be pre-childbirth, even maybe pre-pregnancy. Also, I help a lot around the house and after work, stay with the kids and help out until bed. She knows this and appreciates this. Also, my son wants to go to his grandparents and my wife says no on some weekends. Yeah, guys, honestly, maybe people will disagree with me, but I feel like this is not Am I the Devil? If anything, this is an everyone sucks here. And you and your wife really need to work on your communication and figure out the dynamic that you want your kids to have when it comes to their grandparents. It sounds like that was never talked about. And that's something you should talk about when you have kids, bro. Like, grandparents are so important. You got to figure out, like, hey, I actually don't really fuck with your parents because of X, Y, and Z. If we bring a kid in this world, I don't want them hanging out with them frequently. Is that going to be an issue? Discuss, you know? Hey, welcome to this stream, Spicy Ho. Glad you found me while I was streaming. What up, Choir of Ghosts? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, there's just like, this is more of r/God just break up already. I mean, to be fair, Dragon, I don't even think this is unsalvageable. Like, I don't think they should break up. I just think they should be better communicators. Like, maybe him and his wife really love each other and they have a beautiful marriage. They just can't get over this, like, petty bullshit of, like, how should our kids interact with their grandparents? Like, I'm sorry, when I think of a devil, I think of somebody who's like, oh my God, you're evil, your partner should leave you. That's not how I feel here. On both sides, by the way. Hi, Sarby, thanks so much for making these vids. I watch them at work because I work in a repetitive-ass factory. It saves my life. I got you, Reese. Thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for supporting me. I'm glad you enjoy them. Maybe the in-laws try to take over too much with the kids. Exactly. Exactly. But that hasn't been communicated here. I want to point out maybe OP purposefully omitted that fact. But I will say it doesn't seem like there's tension based off of what he explained. There could be. There could be, though. I don't want to take that away. Hold on, guys. I'm going to see if my pretty girl texted me. I think she went to bed. Sweet girl. Oh, yeah, she went to bed. She said, sorry, I missed your segment. I was like so nervous, bro. I was like, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, I'm still here, but I will be going to bed soon. Oh, hi, Sam. Sorry, your message seemed like a I'm going to bed, good night message. Thanks for hanging out in the stream, Sam. I miss you. I think they need to have a discussion, but also take into account what is best for their relationship and what is good for the children. Exactly. Listen, assuming the grandparents are healthy to that kid, I am such an advocate for having healthy grandparent relationships. Well, I'll probably fall asleep soon, LOL, so I preemptively sent it. Okay, cool. Okay. Not me and my girlfriend being gross in chat. Chat, look away. Look away. Oh, incredible. Yeah, it kind of sucks, y'all. She's 3 hours ahead of me. So, like, when I'm, like, streaming or, like, working or something, she's going to bed. Sorry, Chad. Don't be sorry, Sam. Don't be sorry. Sarby and Sam sitting in a tree. We do be kissing and smooching. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. Give her big old smooches, chat. Let's keep going, y'all. We got 50 minutes to stream this. Hold on, let me double check, too, that everybody is a rockin' and a rippin'. A rippin' and a rockin'. Okay, I'm not seeing any messages from my homies, so I think we're chilling. I think we're chilling like a motherfucking villain. So let's keep it rocking and ripping, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys, if you're on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. I think I saw that we had 49 likes, not even 50 yet. Do y'all hate me? Be honest. Why do you hate me? Why not love? Why not like? Please. If you're on the YouTube, make sure to like up the stream. If you're on Twitch, make sure to follow. No matter where you're at, turn on the post notice so you can be notified whenever I go live, baby. All right, here we go. Am I the a-hole for borrowing my girlfriend's laptop? Okay, so this was posted during COVID. Opie said, since world events, staying at girlfriend's. She works from home. I don't have to work, but have a full... She works from home. I don't have to work, but have full salary. I don't have work, but I have full salary. It has to be a trust fund kid, right? This is so sketchy to drop and not elaborate on it. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, during COVID, a lot of people got paid their salary, but they didn't have to work. Ah, got it. Okay. All right. I kill time by watching shows, playing online games, and hanging out with my girlfriend when she's not working. Yesterday, my laptop broke. I don't know what's wrong with it, and I will have to bring it in. My girlfriend has 2 laptops, one for work and one for fun. Her work is encrypted or something, so she doesn't like using it for general... Her work is encrypted or something, so she doesn't like using it for general browsing. I asked to borrow her extra laptop yesterday for my game. She said after her movie ended because she was streaming some fun laptop to TV and working at the same time. It would be about 1.5 hours. When she went to the washroom, I took her fun laptop and switched to a similar movie on Netflix. That's... Chat, talk about just like this completely unnecessary mean thing to do to your partner. I can't elaborate any further, but I just know that he stole this laptop to play League of Legends. I will not be explaining myself, but I feel like it's self-explanatory. I took her fun laptop and switched to a similar movie on Netflix. I don't understand why she had to watch this movie right now. She has Netflix, Amazon, Crave, and Disney Plus. So many options to choose from. Okay, why do you have to play this video game right now? fucking idiot. Like, you can make this argument for both sides. Like, she's a bit privileged with a smart TV in her room, her guest room, and her living room. Bold of you to be throwing around the privileged word when you're talking about a guy who doesn't work but gets full salary. An Xbox, PS4, Switch, and N64. Sometimes I think she likes having the best of everything. Okay, so why are you ragging on her for that? Yeah, my girlfriend works hard and buys herself nice things. She's privileged for that. I'm gonna rag on her. The fuck? Bro, your girlfriend's winning. That's crazy, man. I truly believe there are some men out there who see their women succeed and they get so mad about it. It's like the worst thing in the world that these women are actually successful and they're a fucking loser. Anyhow, she got really upset with me and said I violated her boundaries. We then had a big fight that night. She made me sleep in the guest room. My guy friends think she's overreacting like it's just a movie. Okay, but that's not what it's about. Oh my God, typical guy behavior. It's just a movie, babe. It has nothing to do with the fact that I stole something from you and violated your boundaries based off of something that you owned by going behind your back and stealing it. No, 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 no. It's just a movie. Like, bro, I'm sorry, you 8? Are you a fucking dumb toddler? To be honest, that's unfair to toddlers. I feel like toddlers know this shit. This morning, she said she slept on it and feels like we need a break. This morning, she said she slept on it and feels like we need a break, and she asked me to leave. I left this afternoon to my parents, but borrowed the extra laptop until I got mine fixed. Bro, you are a full-time bum. Just go and buy yourself a new laptop. You're gonna need one eventually. I am once again asking to legalize castration because ain't no way should this man ever procreate. You cannot pass on the stupidity of these genes. Please. She called me freaking out, called me a thief, and said she would call the cops. Accused me of being an a-hole, but my mom thinks she needs to chill. Oh, okay. Okay. The poison starts from the top, chat. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay. All right. Maybe do a spa day or something. Like she has Maybe do a spa day or something. Like she has 2 laptops and all these gaming devices. I think she will be fine. So am I the a-hole for borrowing my girlfriend's laptop? Oh, man, bro. See, this is why I just can't deal when men are like, I just don't know how to get a woman. They don't like me. It's probably because you're one of these, bro. Like, this is your competition, and y'all are on the same level. Like, if you just don't do this shit, and you're a nice person, and you treat them like a human, and you treat them like they are your equal, not like they're just some person that you're supposed to bully, you'll be fine. It's so crazy. Like I could never manage. I could never imagine myself doing something like this. Genuinely. Like, do you even like your partner? This is I hate my partner activity. Oh. Nah, bro. Nah, Sam, if I ever do this shit, I'll give you permission to smack me. Just fucking whack my shit. You can use this video as evidence in court. Yeah, oh my God, you guys are pointing it out. There is an update to this, by the way, chat, but real quick, you guys are pointing out, he didn't even sound bummed. He just accepted it. Like, he was fine. He was more pressed about being called a thief than he was about going through a breakup. What do I even have that you'd possibly want? That ass. Sorry. Horny on the main. Horny on the main. Horny on the main. Horny on the main. Your N64 is pretty cool. I can't even lie. What if I took Ronin? Chat, Sam has a cutie little spider. We're going to be besties one day. I guarantee it. Oh, you're right. It's a SNES. My bad. Not an N64. Even better, though, honestly. Ew, get a room. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. Don't make me get the spray bottle. My bad. Guilty as charged, chat. Spray me. Also, you acting as if you'd go near Ronan. That's true. Her spider scares me. She's super cute. Spiders scare me, bro. Although I did hold a jumping spider. I did do it. I faced my fears. Sam took a really cute photo of me holding a little spider. What a simp, you right? If I'm not simping for my girlfriend, just take me out back and fucking put me down old Yeller style. What the fuck? I'm gonna steal Sarby's shelves. Oh wait. Okay, so you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to throw that smoke out there. I don't know if you know this, but it's free not to fucking smoke me like that. All right? Okay? God. Getting fucking smoked out here, chat. I'm so innocent. Leave me alone. Guys, let's see this update. Update. So after a long conversation, my girlfriend has told me that there will be a few things in the last 7... Oh, sorry. Excusez-moi. Update. So after a long conversation, my girlfriend has told me that there were a few things in the last 7 weeks that has upset her, and that she felt she gave me many hints. She didn't tell me outright, though. I told her I was sorry and that it was a really dick move for me to take her laptop. Her brother dropped it off. My brother dropped it off earlier. I am a 23 male and she is a 26 female. Ooh, so she was dealing with an immature little boy. Don't know why people want to know that. She accused me of using her for free housing, food, and stuff. Oh no, that's on some hobosexual shit, chat. He was just using her for free food and housing, man. I talked with my brother and he said it's common sense to chip those. I talked to my brother and he said it's common sense to chip into those things because she's my girlfriend and not my mom. I don't think OP knows that, bro. I guess I'm an idiot, but at the same time, I wish she just straight up asked me for money to contribute versus we are running out of toilet paper or we just used a quarter of gas on this trip. Okay, I mean, you guys know I advocate for more straightforward communication with people because then you can't, like if you truly love someone, I think straightforward communication is the best way to break through. You can never know if someone has the capabilities to pick up on social cues. Like, for all we know, OP's autistic as fuck. He's also a bad person, but like maybe he can't read through those social cues. But on the flip side of that, like, can we please normalize like picking up some common sense? It's free, If your partner is paying for absolutely everything and you guys never talk about it and they never say like, hey, I'm paying for this because of like X, Y, and Z. Can you fucking pitch in? Like you should just offer every once in a while. Hey, I've noticed you've been paying for a lot of dinners. Let me pick up the next 2 or 3. Sometimes it's just the effort, right? Sometimes it's just the like offer for it, Hey, Hey, I used a lot of, hey, I noticed you don't have a lot of toilet paper. I just went to the store and picked you up a couple rolls. Like, be a good partner. Have some common sense, man. Like, I have to give him, someone said OP is a total man-child. To be fair, he is just out of fucking child life, right? But still, like, it's, sorry, my foot is itchy. Give me a second, guys. But still, like, he should fucking learn this shit, you know? Like, I feel like my mom just raised me to think like that. Can we keep raising our kids to be like, hey, if someone pays for a lot of stuff, you need to offer to pay for it as well? Like, I do that shit with my parents. You know? Even though, like, the parental, how it should be with parents is, like, they should pay for your stuff for you because, like, they brought you into this world. But, like, I still try to buy my parents stuff every once in a while. It is uneven. My parents, like, when we go out to dinner, my parents pay for more dinners than I do. But, like, every once in a while, you just got to put in the effort, and that's all they care about. They're like, wow, I raised a good son because he's willing to offer to buy dinner for us every once in a while. And he gets excited about it. And I know that when he hangs out with friends or hangs out with his girlfriend, he's also doing the same thing. Yeah, it's just a lack of awareness. That's such a good way to put it, Loyal Skink. Please, guys, build some awareness. Please, for the love of God, can people work on their awareness? It's not that hard. You just have to start asking questions. Be a little bit more aware of, like, socially, am I doing a good job with this person? Especially my partner. I never want my girlfriend to think I'm a bum. You should be very cognizant of that, right? You should be like, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes so that my partner doesn't think I'm a bum. Did they explicitly say that they live together? Because I don't think that's what was said here. Like, she didn't ask OP to move out. She asked OP to leave. Like, I think OP lives with his parents, but spends most of his time at his girlfriend's. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Can't cure stupid. No, for real. For real, bro. There's just some stupid people out here. Sorry, guys. I still got to keep checking Discord. I'm waiting for something from my thumbnail editor. Okay, nothing from Kai and J-Bro. Is Kai still in here? What that chud doing, chat? We got 30 minutes. I'm ahead of schedule. I'm honestly cooking, y'all. I'm way ahead. We're so good, bro. We're cooking through these stories, man. The Rock is smarter than OP. No, for real, bro. I just got notified that she was live. Bro, odds she's watching my stream right now. Knowing Kai, that's literally all she does. She just fucking stream watches me because she doesn't do anything entertaining, bro. Oh, no, she's not watching me. I wanted to be right so bad, bro. What is she yapping about? Let's wait, hold on. Let me see what she's yapping about, bro.
They need to give Duke a real class. He is really
Oh,
smart.
she's talking about streamer university stuff.
Really smart.
For sure.
Chicken Sandwich, thank you so much for that tier 1, 2, and 1 sub. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Look at this chud.
Okay, what is this? I'm grabbing the clips.
Look at this chud, bro.
Star Girl, W follow. Welcome to the Keitel. Did you meet Gotti? Well, yeah. I mean, Gotti and I are mutuals. We've been mutuals for
Don't
years.
insult Kai like that. That's literally my entire brand, bro.
Alumni.
That's literally my entire brand.
Should have type scripted content to integrate the smaller streamers. I don't agree with that, actually. I don't agree with that. JK, thank you for the follow.
I'm very curious to talk to her
Look at
about
this
streamer
bro.
you stuff.
Okay, bro. I'm talking to my, God forbid a girl talks to her cum. God forbid a girl talks to her cum.
Yeah, how dare you?
You guys get a gym, agents class.
For real. For
I
real.
will say, Ludwig's class was really fucking good too.
Bam.
Ludwig had some bangers.
All right. We'll let her do her thing. We'll let her do her thing, chat. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, chat. We got a little maid of honor action. Or excuse me, mother of groom. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Beans. Oh, hi, beautiful baby boy. Oh, he shake. He shake and he bake. What will he do, chat? Will he lay back down? Or will he make the great descent? Great descent. Dude, he is just staring at y'all. He is clocking your shit, chat. Oh, never mind. Oh, hey, buddy. I can see the gears turning in his little head. What are those gears turning for, Beans? What are those gears turning for, buddy? All right, chat, let's keep reading. And if he comes down, he comes down, okay? All right, guys. If you guys are on the YouTube, please like up the stream. We got 83 people watching, 64 likes. It's actually pretty damn good. But if you haven't liked up the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys are on the Twitch, make sure to follow no matter where you're at. Turn on those post notifications so you can be notified whenever I go live, baby. Here we go. Am I the a-hole for my dress choice? I am the mother of the groom. Oh, goody. My eldest son got married a few months ago. Early on, I spoke with both my son and his fiance about my choice of dress. The wedding was an outdoor daytime ceremony with an English garden feel, followed by a tented reception in the evening. I also spoke at length with the mother of the bride. She didn't suggest that I wait for her to choose her outfit for. She didn't suggest that I wait for her to choose her outfit first and seemed very relaxed about everything. She told me she planned to wear something modest and daytime appropriate for the ceremony. In parentheses, she is British and Orthodox Jewish. Possibly with a hat or fastener, and then change into a floor-length gown for the reception. I went dress shopping with my friends and my sister-in-law and tried on many dresses, but none of them had that wow factor I was hoping for. I kept feeling disappointed and honestly a bit deflated because this was my son's wedding and I wanted to feel confident in how I looked. I sent photos of several options to my son and his fiancée so they could weigh in. My future daughter-in-law was very supportive and said I looked beautiful in anything and that she mainly wanted me to feel comfortable. She did repeat several times that her mother planned to wear a midi or T-length dress or a two-piece ensemble for the ceremony and something more formal for the evening. I have no idea what this is, chat. I'm sorry. I need visual. I'm such a boy. I need visuals on this dress. Okay. Got it. I see. Okay. I'm such a chud boy, chat. I don't really know the difference between these two. Maybe these ones are supposed to be the same ones because they're kind of like on the same one. Okay, two-piece ensemble dress. What the fuck is that? Okay, that would be fucking crazy. I hope she's not talking about this. This would be fucking crazy, chat. Oh, this is so funny. What the helly? A two-piece ensemble. So something like this, maybe? I don't know, bro. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about when it comes to dresses, bro. Don't trust me. Okay, this actually honestly confused me more than helped me, so great. Awesome. Incredible. Eventually, I found the dress that immediately felt that wow. Nope, sorry. Eventually, I found the dress that made me immediately feel that wow feeling I'd been missing. I shared it with my son and daughter-in-law and asked for their honest thoughts. My daughter-in-law said it was beautiful and elegant and that she was happy I'd found something I felt confident in. She did ask whether I might consider something more subtle and sent me some links. She said she wanted me to feel comfortable and confident, so I assumed it was fine to go with my original choice. Okay. What? This is terrifying. More subtle. What the? I hope there's a picture of this dress, because what do you mean more subtle? Bro, imagine it's this. Imagine it's this fucking dress. Oh, that would be crazy. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. My son later called and asked if I had liked any other dresses or would consider something less flashy. I told him honestly that no, this was the only one that really gave me that wow factor and made me feel good. He said okay, so I took that as settled. I sent a photo of my dress to the mother of the bride, who hadn't yet picked her outfits. She later told me she'd found a cream, light purple, and light blue outfit for the ceremony that she felt would complement my colors. Then she was planning on changing into a black floor-length gown for the reception. She told me my dress was beautiful. The week of the wedding, my daughter-in-law was very stressed. I told her I had brought a steamer to help with her dress and thought I might see her before the ceremony, but she didn't invite me into the bridal suite before the ceremony. I had previously asked a few times to see photos of her dress, but she never showed me any. Since the wedding, my son and daughter-in-law have been distant and asked me not to share the wedding photos. My son later told me his wife felt I made my dress too much of a focal point in the planning process. I'm honestly not sure what I did that crossed the line, which is why I'm looking for outside opinions. Okay, top comment on this post in Am I the Devil is, in a comment, she says she didn't speak to the bride at all at the wedding, and she's mad the bride had a father-daughter dance because her son didn't have a son-mother dance with her. She says her son should have demanded his bride not have a father-daughter dance to even it out. She just wants all the attention to be on her at all times. Okay, it sounds like a lot of people have issues with OP's comments on the posts. Okay, this person highlighted a couple of them, so I'm going to read them. OP's comments. First one. Well, I asked him about it afterwards and told him it really hurt my feelings. My daughter-in-law's father is sick, in parentheses, or so she says. Or so she says? We're going to doubt that? You're going to call her a liar that she's lying that the father is sick enough that it's worth pointing out? So she was sharing at one point a few song ideas she had for her and her dad that were sentimental to her. In parentheses, honestly, whatever, she has poor taste in everything. Okay, girl, chill. You don't need to be a... You're being a see you next Tuesday right now, bro. You gotta chill, dog. I told her, well, I sure hope you've carved out time for our son. I told her, well, I sure hope you've carved out time for my son and I. And she told me, yes, of course, that's for your son and you to figure out the details, as long as the info is passed to the DJ and we have the reception details down. But then my son never brought it up with me. And then she had the audacity of dancing with her dad. And a long song, too. Apparently he has some sort of neurological condition or something, and so she wanted to not rush him during the dance, but I think it wasn't fair. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's really digging her grave in on this one. I made a point of grabbing my son as soon as their dance was over and dancing with him regardless because it isn't fair and things need to be fair. Bitch, this ain't your wedding. Shut up. To me, y'all, if anything, it sounds like the son didn't want to dance with the mother, you know? Stop getting mad at your daughter-in-law. Get mad at your son out of anything. And even then, you're being unrealistic and making this wedding all about you. Comment 2. Well, my son should have told his wife she couldn't dance with her dad if he wasn't dancing with me. Or daughter-in-law should have told my son to plan it. I don't know. I don't know why he didn't. He is a bit shy, but everyone gets a mother-son dance. Okay. Comment 3. Well, she has barely spoken to me since the wedding. My son told me they needed space or whatever that means. It means you're being a psychopath. Let me translate that one for you. It means you're being a psychopath, girl. You're like up here and you need to tone it the fuck down to here, bro. But I hate not hearing from him. I think she's just trying to get in between our relationship and distance him from my family. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. They didn't even want to join us over winter break to fly and spend a few weeks with our extended family in Israel. This is all starting to make sense, chat. Zionists in the house. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. This makes sense. This is all adding up, chat. This is all adding up, bro. Yep. Okay. I'm picking up what type of mother this is. I'm picking up what type of person this is. Okay. All right. We would have paid for their seats. We went to see them because we were going to be traveling over the holidays, and daughter-in-law was so tense. My son even told me I couldn't come into the house when she wasn't there. In parentheses, I assume a rule daughter-in-law put in place. How can she be upset that I came to town and got my son groceries and wanted to pick him up from work and spend quality time with him? That, and she didn't let me cook in her kitchen. Told me I should just rest and hang out in the living room. But I've always cooked for my children. Oh, thank God my mom doesn't act like this with me, bro. Thank God. This is some weird fucking shit, dog. I'm sorry if this is how you act with your kid and you have this like level of entitlement of like how important you should be in their life like this, like, dog. It's giving I want to fuck my son. You're here, you gotta get down here, dog. That's weird. That's super weird, man. You're being a weirdo. I was gonna say, listen, from this actual post, don't get me wrong, she is making it more about herself out of anything, and she should have picked up on the cues and the honestly general awareness and common sense of like, hey, if the bride is telling you you should be more subtle and gives you other recommendations for the dress, that means that the dress that you're picking is not a good one. She is just unfortunately too polite to tell you, nah, bro, that's fucking shit. Don't wear it. Now, on the flip side of that, for anybody watching this, I would encourage you to have that language when it comes to wedding stuff. Like if someone's like, hey, I want to wear this dress to your wedding, and you actually have a problem with that, tell them, right? Like this mom is too stupid to read between the lines. And like, I understand that there should be smarter people out there who can read between the lines, but that's just not always the case. And if you just tell them straight up, don't fucking wear that dress, it looks horrendous, then they don't have this like argument that this woman has of like, well, they never actually really told me. Cause like, yeah, you're right. They never actually did tell you. They very subtly hinted at it, but unfortunately you're stupid and couldn't pick up on that. Don't give stupid people an excuse, because if there's one thing I've learned in my life is that stupid people will be stupid, and they will adamantly be stupid whenever it suits them, whenever it fits their needs, whenever it fits their agenda. I think she chose not to read between the lines. You might be right, but I also just think, like, I mean, let's be honest, y'all. The mom's a narcissist. Everything has to be about her. That kind of person who has that mentality of, like, it's my show, it's my world, you're just living in it. Like, of course they're not going to be able to read between the lines of that shit. Like, while I do think that she may be actively choosing it, from my vibe and my experience, like, narcissists don't care. Like, they don't care to read between the lines because all that matters is the lines that they're making up, writing, and following. And I'd argue with people like that, it's more important not to be, like, subtle with them or, like, make hints. You have to tell them, nah, bro, that dress sucks. I hate it. It's too flashy. I don't want that at my wedding. Do not wear that shit, or you will not be in the pictures and we will not do a mother-son dance. And if she has a problem with that, suck a dick. This is their wedding, not yours. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Stupid people everywhere. What time is it? 6:46. I think I can get one more story in chat real quick. Rataquick. Just messaging the group, y'all. I really wish you would have included a picture of the wedding. The dress. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay, wait. OP put objectively putting everything else aside, though. The photos speak for themselves. I'm not taking attention away from the bride. I am not upstaging her in the slightest. How is my choice inappropriate? Included a link. Please? No! I think it's gone, y'all. No! Chat, I think she deleted it. Okay, she must have been getting flamed. If this thing is deleted... Oh! Is it that one? Hold on. Okay, there's the wife. Or maybe it's that one with the giant cleavage showing? Is it this one, chat? Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I think the biggest issue, like her dress, I don't know. Maybe her cleavage is showing here, and that's kind of weird. But like, the problem I have here is, why is the mom holding hands with the son and not her holding hands with the son? Like, what? Hers is the black one. Mother of the bride says hers was colorful. Okay, well, this might be the other mother of the bride. The other mother of the bride said she had like a long gown, right? Was it this one? No. Where was it? Wasn't there an in? She told me she found a cream, light purple, and light blue outfit for the ceremony that she felt would complement my colors, and then planning on changing into a black floor-length gown for the reception. So I think this is the. So I think this is the mother of the bride, and this has to be the mother of the groom. Okay, chat, I have no authority here, by the way. I just want to point this out. To me, this dress is kind of crazier than this one is. But also, this is kind of a crazy dress for a... This might be so mean to me, chat. I'm sorry. This might be so mean. But, like, this is kind of a crazy dress for, like, an older person to wear to a wedding. Especially if you can, like... Especially if this part is, like, see-through. I don't know. I don't think that's very wedding appropriate attire, me personally. But like I was saying, y'all, it's this part that's the craziest. Like, bro, move the fuck out of the way. They just got married. He should be holding his wife's hand, not fucking yours, bro. That might not be cleavage. I think it's a gold line, but I think like it looks see-through. Obviously, I'm zoomed into a already I'm sorry. Whoever took this photo has no fucking clue what they're doing. Not only is it off-centered, but like move closer. Sorry, my photographer Sarby is in the house. This is a terrible photo. Terrible photo. Oh. Yes, okay, I was right. This is a photo of my husband, his mom, bride and groom, and myself. How is my dress inappropriate? Seriously. Okay, so it is the gold dress. Okay, it's not see-through. I mean, it has holes. Chat, can a woman elaborate? Like, is this... I mean, here's the thing, y'all. No matter if we actually deem the dress inappropriate or too whatever, it's still not okay to wear something to a wedding that the bride has expressed that she would prefer if the bride has expressed that that's not what she would prefer you would wear. I don't know, though. I don't think that's the most inappropriate dress that someone could wear. Someone said you're in evening wear and the others are in day wear. Oh, I would have never put that together. What the fuck? What's the I'm such a boy. I have no idea what the difference between that is. Oh, she took off her shawl for a conservative Jewish ceremony according to the other post. I'm so confused, bro. I don't, chat, enlighten me. She looks like she's going clubbing. Okay, I could actually see that. That hideous dress made her feel special. I low-key think it's kind of hideous too, bro. Maybe it's too short for a wedding. Okay, I could definitely see that. Yeah, this is how I feel, Wildberry. I gotta say, the dress isn't the worst. Don't get me wrong. I think the thing that makes OP the devil here isn't because she wore a dress that was like that outrageous. I think her attitude around the dress, not being able to pick up what the bride was putting down, and then her comments afterwards are what make her the devil in this situation. Like, she is just a grade A dickbag because of her personality, not because of the dress. The dress is not the problem, it's OP. I am really glad that they posted that, though. According to the Orthodox tradition, women have to wear long clothing and hair coverings. Okay, I'm not going to get into this argument because, like, I don't know. You guys know me and my religion shit. Like, I think it's all fucking stupid. Me personally, no matter which religion, I'm like, okay, you know, like, do your thing. Like I said, if they, you know, whatever, but like, I don't know if maybe OP is an Orthodox Jewish practicer or whatever, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like if that, at a normal wedding, that would be fine. It's still respectful to follow the rules. Absolutely. If we want to debate about those rules being a little bit dumb, like that's where I'm bringing, like, I don't know if, okay, let's say, like if my child, well, I guess it depends because I guess I do want to know, is OP's child like converting to Orthodox Jewish? I think that's what I want to know. If my child was converting, I would maybe be like, okay, I'll listen. Which I guess maybe we're assuming that's how it is. Wait, you're saying it's not appropriate for someone to wear a dress like that, Kat? It does feel a little disrespectful when you see how conservative the wife is dressed. Okay, wait, hold on. Really quick, chat. Because, okay, so we're really diving into how this person dressed. Okay, so here is OP. Are we going to clown this woman, though? Like, okay, the dress is a tad bit longer, but not that much longer. I guess her shoulders aren't fully showing. I don't know, y'all. I'm really not on the wave of like completely shitting on this dress. I don't think it's that bad. Like, did this person get clowned as much? Like, yeah, compared to what the bride's wearing, it's definitely not as modest, but like, I don't know. What about the teal abomination? Yeah, that's not gonna lie, that's really bright. I don't know, bro. Oh wait, no, maybe you're talking about this. I don't know, bro. I don't know dresses like that. Do you guys see what I'm saying? I just feel like the dress really isn't that terrible. Sure, like if there's some like customs that you're supposed to fit, fine. But like, I don't know, OP didn't bring that up. That's just stuff that we're surmising, which fair. There is good evidence. Like OP did mention that this woman is Orthodox Jewish and her wedding dress is very conservative. I don't know. It still doesn't, by the way, it still doesn't deter from the fact that she's the devil for how she acted about the entire thing. I'm just more now kind of hyper fixated on like, I don't think this dress is that bad. But who knows? Maybe the YouTube comments will prove me wrong. Maybe this dress is fucking evil for a reason that I can't surmise. It's disrespectful to not listen to Bride at her wedding. And OP is the a-hole. I'm just confused about how the dress is. And OP is the a-hole. Okay, here's the thing, though, is like, listen, and this is my other part with this, and who knows, maybe unreliable narrator is to be argued here. If they wanted people to dress modestly for this wedding, they need to specify that. And they need to be very direct about it, right? This doesn't feel very direct to me. Where to go? Like this language, like if the daughter-in-law felt like what OP was wearing very much went against the conservative nature of what she wanted her wedding to be, she should have said that. She should have been like, hey, in my culture, showing this much skin is not appropriate. for my wedding, I want my wedding guests to show up in more conservative, modest attire. So could you please go and get a dress that covers more of your skin? I do think that's really important. Like, I think that's important if you're gonna have a wedding where there's a very strict attire, and that attire being followed is going to very much affect how you feel about that wedding and how you feel about the photos. I do think you need to be more aggressive about it. Not saying that OP shouldn't have picked up on it, not saying that OP isn't an asshole for making everything about them. I'm just saying, if you're gonna go do your wedding, I encourage you to be more direct about what you want. You can't rely on stupid people to read in between the lines. No. Hey, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm not arguing this well enough. I feel like you switched up when you learned it was about religion. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that, like, I do think those traditions are kind of dumb sometimes, but, like, I am saying they are in the right. If they want a modest wedding, that is fine. That is allowed. But you have to be good about communicating that. I think it's bad and this is all an assumption, right? We're just making an assumption about this. Based off of this photo, if y'all are making the argument that they wanted a modest wedding and that they did a, great job communicating that, I would argue that they didn't, because this woman is wearing a very similarly skinned dress. Like, this person's showing a little bit more shoulder, and the dress is like a little bit higher than this person's, but I would say that it's fairly similar. All right, if they wanted them to come in like something like this, right? Shawl, dress, keep that on the entire time, that needs to be specified. And very much like, hey, if you don't show up like this, you're not showing up in the photos. That's all I'm advocating for, chat. If you want your wedding a certain way, I encourage you to do so, but be good about communicating it. Yeah, and whatever do you mean? This is what we'll wrap up about. Really doubt it's about the dress at all. Absolutely. I don't think it's about the dress. I think it's about OP's behavior, and this is all just stemming from the daughter-in-law hates OP. And she has every right to do so. I want to clarify about that.